Alright, anyways. Hello, we are back with more Secrets of the Obscure. We last left off with finding out that there is a cabal of wizards that are essentially kind of working in the shadows, protecting Tyria. We found out Zoja's involved, and we just saved Dagna, who is a Jotun, who was possessed by what is known as a Cryptus, which is a demonic entity that is now a threat to Tyria. Let's hop to it. I hope everyone is having a wonderful, whatever your time zone may be. Morning, afternoon, evening. I did end up changing my keybinds a little bit, so there might be a little bit of wonkiness with this.
Welcome to the command center.
All right. I think this is the right place. The wizards make very confusing labyrinthian places. Okay, it's a little bit further up. So yeah, instead of having my profession skills be bind to the F keys, I moved my mount keys to the F keys and made the profession stuff be bound to shift numbers.
I see you're on your feet.
That I am.
I think we're ready for some proper introductions. Dagda Commander, Commander Dagda. She helped Mabon heal me when I first got here. You should have seen me. I was a mess.
Dagda?
Commander, I apologize for my hostility at our first meeting.
I understand.
You did not deserve my ire, but I maintain my caution. We don't know you.
I was pulled into that rift. I'm happy to help Zoja, to help you, but this was not my choice.
Nor was it mine.
Okay, we're still feeling grumpy. Let's not get distracted from the end goal here, to stop the Cryptus. And, well, we need all the help we can get.
This is true.
Frode was looking for you, Commander. Why don't you track him down?
Alright. Hopefully we might get into the next map, which is Omnitas, in the stream.
Does what make me angry?
The fact that everyone doesn't immediately bathe in your excellence.
They don't know me. Neither do you.
But I'm starting to. And I don't think you liked that very much.
Okay, I still gotta play around with it. Because Paitha's voice, like, here's my complaint. It's way too echoey. It can be a little bit like, it's a little too echoey and bassy, and it makes it kind of hard for her to like be understood when she's speaking. Luckily I have the fluff chat to show like what she's saying, and of course, you know, like when the bubble pops up. But even in open world, she'll occasionally make comments and whatnot. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, we do have a demon that's talking to our character in our minds.
Wizards
tower is to the north.
We may or may not be possessed and or haunted. Alright.
Urchik is terribly concerned with Lear's... Pardon, Urchik, but Lear's stuffiness. Palladium agrees with Skrit.
Dagda's doing better. If I was still a shaman, I'd owe you a blessing. Oh, I saw. Still less than thrilled to see me. Dagda's incredibly protective of the Astral Ward. Like I said, she'll come around. Eventually.
This is... the commander? Oh, Urchik is at your service. Skrit is a big fan of your work. Big fan.
This is Urchik and Gladium, two of my scouts. I've currently tasked them with tracking Lear.
Both of them.
We know that the facet of emotion is working with Mabon to break down the tower's defenses. But his other half is...
not counted for. Glade has an ominous feeling.
As do I. But there are still cryptids feeding on the fractals and their inhabitants. If we don't help them, we treat them no better than Dolyaks. Commander, frankly, I could use your help in the field. The Rift Hunters and my scouts have their hands full. I'll check in with Rion. See what the Hunters need.
Urchik and Gladium are very honored to work alongside the esteemed Pact, Commander.
The title might be a little dated, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Oh, Urchik could write ballads of your glory. Truly. Gladium, too.
I like these two.
Gladium! She is my oldest companion. Urchik can read her movements. Gladium cannot speak or hear Skrit very well, for that matter. The legions were not kind to her. But Gladium is as strong and intelligent as the commander.
It's good to meet you both.
As Urchik and Gladium are glad to meet you.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting that, like, it's not just, like, the major playable races, but it's also, like, you know, like the Skrit. You do see some of, like, the frog people. I haven't seen a Quaggan yet.
Do you have business with the Warden?
There's even Sylvari here. It's just a lot more colorful. And it also really does show that, like, the Astral Ward is, like, very prominent in terms of, like, you know, where they got, like, their members in and whatnot.
You've returned. I'm sure I speak for all the hunters when I say, job well done.
I had a lot of help from Zoja, but thank you. Frode made it sound like things might be urgent.
Dagda may be back on our side, but the Cryptists have stepped up their efforts. Let me show you.
Rifts are an immediate threat here around the archipelago, but as you've witnessed firsthand, they're also appearing across Tyria. I can show you where our scouts have been tracking Rifts' activity. Show me where the Rifts are. I'll help wherever I'm able. Alright. So basically they want me to find Rifts, do them, rinse and repeat.
Fancy yourself a sky scale jockey? I'll be the judge of that.
Do you expect me to trust you right away, Patha?
Would that be so fast?
If I'm about to rip off my own flesh and turn into a cryptis, then yes.
The wizards are razors creatures. They scare easy. Tell them, and it could end badly for both of us. I'd keep me under your hat for now. Get to know me a little before doing anything severe. Just watch out for nosebleeds. That might be a bad sign.
Please leave my head, Flesh Lady. Do not. I'll play a little bit as Spectre, and then I'll swap over to Daredevil at later parts, depending if like I run into any difficulty as playing as Spectre. Spectre has been it's a pretty safe play compared to Daredevil, at least with how my builds are. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do, but okay. Now, where is that? That's all the way over there. Basically, we just gotta fill the bar. But an issue with like the rifts is that they're pretty far in between, which means you'd have to travel across the map to get to them, and that's if you're lucky enough to like get there before anyone else does, because the tier 1s you can solo easily. Tier 2s, however, you'll need a group, but not many tier 2s really appear.
We could use your help here. The storm over Garenhof has eased up some, and the mayor and I need to look for survivors. It's the least the ward can do, given that we're partially responsible for them even existing. If you find anyone, let me know and we'll portal them out.
We need to get these sky scales across the desert and could use some extra hands.
Okay, this one we're lucky to be close to. I do like that, like, again, like I've said this previous stream, but I do like this map in terms of like it gives us a wide variety of like places that we've actually been. And they're also like good representations of like some of the past maps we've been to, or rather like a representation of like certain parts of the story. Like Garenhof, you know, that's base game. You've got this place, which is Alona. Radanovis area is the, you know, Heart of Thorns. The only one that really doesn't fit the bill exactly is Draknar's Light, and that's all dwarf stuff. But then again, we also been to Thunderhead Peak, and we've been to like also like some places that showed a little bit of hint of dwarf.
A gift from the shadows. Shadows guide me.
I channel the flames. Searing flesh from bone.
Commander? Can you hear me? Oh, Skrit hopes this works.
Urchik, is that you?
Yes. Good. Very good. Urchik isn't very familiar with modern technology. think the magnificent shiner that Miss Yuna was able to connect your device to our astral frequency. Palladium and I are still tracking Lear, but we will contact you as soon as we've located him.
Buster!
I think we only need to do this like 5 times. It's probably 5 times. It does, like, I feel like they should have like done this part in Act 1 to like be like, alright, get familiar with the map because you're gonna be like all over the place anyway. And I picked up the wrong mount. Whoops. Okay, that's all the way over there. I know this bit of information might date the stream, but I think next week, actually, yeah, it is next week. Next week they're releasing the final part of John Deere Wilds. So, yeah, just as I thought, I wasn't going to be able to like catch up exactly before the update, but that just means you know, I don't have to wait, at least when I get there. But it looks pretty neat. Some of the balances that they're introducing, like they're adding the dark aura, which is going to help Spectre a lot, or maybe not a lot, but like a little bit better. It's definitely a better option as opposed to like, I think it was like, yeah, area blindness. Because, well, for anyone that does not play this game, basically you can combo fields with blasts to do additional stuff. So like, let's say that I do a blast combo over an area that has like a combo field of fire. That means I can create a fire aura over myself. I've noticed that they've been doing that with like the combos, depending on them. At least the blast ones give something. So like, yeah, right there I did area blindness. This is not a profession that gives a lot of like options for stuff like that. That's more elementalist. Elementalist can do like all the elements and whatnot.
Lear doesn't have a good sense of where his other half is. Once we've accounted for both, the commander can assist Earthchick and Gladium in sealing him back together.
And there's also different combo finishers too, aside from blast. There's also projectile based. I'm trying to remember what else was there. Yeah, physical projectile. I think there was another one.
It's easy when you know how.
Okay, we just need to do it one more time.
Never have too much treasure.
That is all the way over there. I think so. Where is it? Show yourself. Whoa! Hello everybody, welcome on in. I'm being attacked by mushrooms.
I choose you.
Okay, for real though. Hello everybody. It is I, your laid-back lion for this evening, and we're playing Guild Wars 2: Secrets of the Obscure. Welcome on in, Dicks and friends. The Locomoto game you were playing looked pretty fun.
I choose you.
Very quaint. I might have to look into that sometime.
You're welcome.
Also, also hi Quicken. I see you stole #1 once more. At this point, I might have to keep a tally of how many times you're going to be #1 with a streak. Very cozy. It looks very cozy. I've already got like a bit of a backlog of like cozy games I need to go through. I'm still going through Amber Isle.
Steady.
Which, that one's been pretty fun to play on Steam Deck.
Who was that?
Come here.
I appreciate being the raid target. Thank you so much.
That park. That is good.
To say that so loudly. He hopes. Not for you.
Please. The funny mushroom monsters are killing me. Must get to the air. Oh, I still got one more to do? Oh, come on. Yeah, we're trying to fill up a bar to progress in the story. And we're basically just hunting rifts until it tells us otherwise. Go all the way over there, got it. So yeah, every Wednesday we are playing through the Guild Wars 2 story journal to catch up to the latest update. Right now we're on Secrets of the Obscure, which is the... It's just before John Thier Wilds, and John Thier Wilds is the latest expansion. At this time. And I actually have quite a bit of collection of a well, not a backlog, but an archive of all my Guild Wars 2 streams. Although it only goes as far back as Path of Fire. And Living World Season 3 is as far back as it goes. You can find that all here on YouTube.
Commander, Gladium caught Lear's trail. Well, had Lear's trail.
All right.
Meet Scrit at the
Do
Beacon
cool
of
down.
Ages, and we'll build a plan.
Thank you for lurking. Get yourself a nice, cold, refreshing beverage. You've earned it.
Come here.
Tell me you saw that. Not enough energy. That's how it's done.
Okay. Gotta go back to the camp. So let me get out of combat range. Where is the camp? Oh, it's... I don't know why they use that green marker. It blends in way too easily. It's a little too light. I mean, I get it. It's supposed to kind of like be the same color as the story journal star, but it can be a little bit hard to see.
Frode and Yuno are inside.
Commander, just in time for Urchik's battle plan. Maban and Goodlear are working to unlock the Wizard's Tower. Maban has requested the Commander's assistance. Once Maban and Goodlear have forged a key, we can access the Wizard's Tower. Right, Glade. That's where we think Bad Lear is hiding. How he got in, Skrit does not know.
Yuno and I will hold the line here in the interim, but we'll join you when it's time to recapture the tower.
How does that sound to you, Commander?
I still have a lot to learn about, well, all of this. But I'll join you in that fight.
Oh, Urchik is honored.
Already the Astral Ward.
I'll let Maban know that we're moving.
Anything come from that distress call, Dagda?
Did you hear about Alm?
No? What happened?
Taken over by one of the beasts. Stuck a knife into his thigh during supper. Got there before he could cut anyone's throat.
Almost did, though. They had him cornered for an hour before we got there.
I took him to the Beacon of Ages. He'll stay behind a locked door until we know if he's going to be a problem.
Probably for the best, so long as he can't hurt himself.
And that's why we need to be careful.
Commander, we could use your expertise on the front line. Lear and I will be waiting for you. I hope you don't mind my asking, but I've never met a Skrit as...
Brainy as Urchik. Neither has Skrit. When Urchik was smaller, Skrit was caught in an Asuran trap. Bright, sparkling. They did some experiments, and suddenly, Skrit knew a bunch of synonyms for shiny. Urchik couldn't scamper with the others like before, so Skrit looked for a new home. Right here, with Glade.
Huh. I'll at least say explain that. Usually, Skrit are only intelligent in numbers. So like a lone Skrit is usually just kind of like not the brightest, but you get a bunch of them, and suddenly they're geniuses. It's a they do have a little bit of kobold energy to them. Mostly like in terms of like their affinity for shiny stuff and getting in trouble. Alright, make your way to Draknir's lights. That's all the way over here. Ooh, a tree.
My stein is too dry. I can't feel anything at all. The last glimpse was of Cryptis. A whole horde of them.
We'll continue to hope for the best until circumstances point otherwise. Heard that you've been a great help in sealing the rifts.
I'm starting to understand why you kept this a secret for so long.
And there is more to come.
We were just discussing the path forward, Dagda.
The tower is confused. It doesn't know what's happening.
It's sentient?
The magic that flows within has demonstrated some level of awareness. It reacts to danger.
I always imagined it as an extension of Isgarin himself.
The tower calls to all of us, but it prefers Iskarin's voice in response. In his absence, it doesn't know what to do.
Which is where we come in. Now, there are a few ways we can calm our feisty lump of bricks.
And I assume none of them are easy. So, what's the plan?
Lear and I will push toward the fractal of Draknar's forge.
You can either assist us, or you can help collect essences.
Distilled magic and emotion. It's potent among the fractals.
We're collecting emotion, essentially? We did something like that in Kantha. There was a demon in Cholmu's mind, gang leader. Was that a Cryptus?
Correct. And your demon was likely a wanderer. Demons who do not affiliate with Eparch's little society. Cryptus or not, demons are drawn to emotion, like Risen are drawn to blood.
Then this place must be a banquet.
Morbid, but yes. We'll need to calm things down here before we can approach the tower. I trust you'll choose the right direction.
So yeah, that does clear up a little bit why the post End of Dragons side story was kind of important.
Scurrying like prey waiting to be killed.
Who's that?
What?
Uh-oh.
Soon, my king.
A new voice has logged on. My mind is a Cryptus Discord server. But yeah, the post End of Dragons was supposed to kind of introduce the concept of, well, the Cryptus, but at the time they were just known as demons, or Onis in particular, since they do a similar thing. And it's kind of scary how they did that too, because like they made sure to make they made sure to make it feel scary, because that thing was also feeding off a ley line. So it was pretty much a supercharged Cryptus. And the only way we were able to defeat it was to take it out of the mine. Essentially, the mine, the Jade Mine was haunted. I keep hitting H because I'm too used to playing Elder Scrolls, and H is like the mount button. But we gotta find events to do.
It's so much larger up close.
It has taken on many facades over time. The inside, however, has remained the same.
So what's the plan?
With those essences in hand, I can shatter the gate's lock. Just takes a good lick of concentrated magic to calm it down.
Whatever we encounter inside, I should be able to disarm it in Iskarin's absence.
You do whatever you need to, Mabon. I'll guard you.
Without further ado...
Behind
Why'd she squeak like that?
all of you.
You okay? Why you squeak? Oh, you know what?
so many of them.
We need to clear
Let's go swap the Daredevil. Yeah.
they get inside?
Oh, left the window open.
Can you hear me, old friend? Is that... Who is that?
That's you.
There I am. With me, Commander. We need to... Whoa there! Don't take a swing at me, you half-witted headache.
Oh no.
Voices, turn your veins to Deldramore. Count the astral planes. 1, 2, in your head. In your head.
I can't think.
Squid is here to remind Lears to behave.
I don't think they ever really explained why Lear split into like different facets like that, or even how he did that. Because that's you know, a little bit of context for that would have helped. Kind of a neat trick.
Strong. Commander, channel the heart's power to pull the crypt's corruption from inside him. Me, the other one.
Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts.
Quickly! Destroy the demonic parasite before it returns and heals it! We are calm. How many astral planes did you count? 48. What? That's 2 more that...
We've no time for banter, Lear. The fight is hardly done. If I can channel the tower, we can quell its storm.
You still able to fight? I should be. Good. Because you spent enough time taking swings at us instead of the Cryptis, you lout.
Focus!
Keep them away from me, or I'll lose my grasp.
Lear, we do not appreciate slanderizing yourself like that. Please be kind to yourself.
Keep fighting them all. Do not desist. Not yet.
Also note that Gladium is also a daredevil, which is pretty neat. It's kind of nice to see that NPCs be specializations. Even though we've had that going on since Living Story Season 2, it's nice to see that it's happening more often. Yeah, with like Bram being a dragon hunter, which makes sense lore-wise. Jory being a Reaper. I don't think Kaz ever like changed her profession, like at all. Still a Mesmer, but not a like a specialization Mesmer.
Vaughn, are you okay?
I just need to rest my spirit.
Let me take a look at you.
Oh, thank the stars. You live.
I'm okay, Dagda. I'm fine. So am I. Nobody asked you.
I need a leash for you both. I'm sure there were more intuitive ways to handle that situation.
Shh. It's ready for us.
Finally.
Let's head inside.
Yay. We found the keys to the tower. Like being locked out of your own house.
We need to make sure the southern wings are clear before we unlock the whole of Confluence. Zoja, Urchik, and Gladium with me. We'll head east.
We'll head to the west. Frode, you know. Dagda.
Go with the group that needs you the most, Commander.
Okay, I think I went with them last time. Let me check. Let me double check my... Let me consult the archives of my achievements for a moment. No, that's the... I need the story journal. Go. Assist Mabon. So Mabon is this way.
Stay close. Eyes up.
Urchik doesn't like to see the wizard's tower in such a state.
Ooh.
Me neither.
Got
Don't
a
paralyze yourself
piece of
with
flesh
fear.
going on.
We will expel them.
Yeah, this is the part where if it was a boss fight, I would definitely bring out the Spectre, but in this case, since it's groups, Daredevil's pretty decent with the AoE and like sunburst damage. Yeah, you got like flash growing in the tower. That's you need to get that checked. If your tower is growing flesh bulbs everywhere, red flesh bulbs, should probably get that checked. You know what? I should probably eat some food. Not in real life, just in here. And some sharpening stones, you know, to wash it down. Yeah, an avocado smoothie with sharpening stones. What a lovely combination. There's Mr. Sparkles! Doja's loyal golem, Mr. Sparkles, sits dormant and covered in a thick layer of dust. Although it looks like it to have been repaired since Maguma, it's completely powered down and inactive. I guess she hasn't had the need or the heart to turn it back on. Oh no. Mr. Sparkles!
I don't know how this happened. Did they make it inside before the defenses activated?
No. My quarters are sealed to protect the relics inside. It's more for your safety than mine.
We better hurry, Sprit Things.
Journal. This was about Air's funeral. Oh, she chose not to go. Interesting. Oh, Mabam was able to get Zoja's Mr. Sparkles.
Kill them all!
I don't think Zoja has like a profession tied to her specifically. I think it's just kind of like generic Asura NPC or something. I don't think it's engineer. It would make sense for her to be an engineer, but oh, what do you want? Oh boy, Maban. What do you need? What are you doing? Did I break you? Nope. You're just gonna teleport right up there. You're not gonna... Okay, yeah. How nice of you to let me hitch a ride on that. I definitely remember this part of the story being a little bit tedious in terms
Root
of...
them out. We can't let them escape. In the wrong hands, these archers. Devastating. The Book of Medinas could level Maguma.
Reporting for duty.
No, no, no. No, no, no. Do not pull me in.
Strong! Kill them all!
Come on.
Was that all of them?
I think so. I'm okay, Gladium. Tired from such exciting events. Let us return to the main chamber. Hopefully our allies were able to conquer the western wing.
Yeah, because I think the next part that's coming up is going to be a bit of a time consumer.
The east is clear.
As is the west.
Together, we recite the unlit moon.
Without Isgarin?
Zosha.
Me? I couldn't.
You must. Come. We won't let the flow overwhelm you.
I'm sure whatever terrors that still linger in these halls will come crawling the moment we begin. Stand ready, all of you.
We sit underneath an unlit moon.
Water pools beneath our feet.
It
No
burns.
questions, no mistakes.
With
Just
Isgarin's
flawless
strength,
execution.
We see.
Cryptus.
Kill them all! You lose.
Cry with me, siblings of nature.
Cry for me and the world I left behind.
I'm wounded.
From the golden lake of Janthir.
To the 1,000 bowls of
High
tears in the
Cryptis!
Hall of
We need to
Bones.
take care of that thing. Kill shot. You can't keep a good cat. Breathe.
It's not this part that I was referring to. It's what happens after this. It's gonna be a little bit time consuming.
Zoja, are you okay?
You did so well, little one.
I saw... What was that?
It could have been 1,000 things. We tapped into Tyria itself. That burn was the world looking back.
That's a lot to process.
Here, let us enter the Hall of Confluence.
So many orbs to ponder.
There's much to...
Uh-oh.
I don't know how much longer I can resist them. The whispers are...
Oh no.
My dear friends, don't fret. We have survived the Elder Dragons, rogue gods. This world doesn't comprehend how resilient it is. The Cryptis won't be our end. They are vulnerable, ignorant. I only ask one thing of you. When the hour arrives, do not hesitate.
That was a bit cryptic. Even for you.
I suppose some Mersat habits lasted beyond my ascension. I can hear Isgaran. He's out there, somewhere, struggling. I need to go to him. We will meet soon.
Be safe, my friend.
We need to repair the astral translocator. We can't power our portal infrastructure without it. Our true home rests in the clouds above. Once our portals can access the flow again, we'll take you to the bastions. There are 6 bastion keys. The Astral Ward was able to hide some of them from the Cryptis, but they're not all accounted for. I need eyes everywhere until we've located them all. Check in with the others. The Hall of Confluence is a mess. We should tend to whatever needs doing before we depart.
We're cut off from our home until we can reconnect the tower to our portal network. How go your efforts to repair the astral translocator? I could use help finding the keys. Do you have anything that could help? Isgaran has safeguards in place. If the tower is compromised, the keys magically return to safe places in the tower. The locations are mentioned in this book. Divine Biomes. Would you like it? Sure, I could use the help.
Hanging in there?
There's something about being in this place that makes me uneasy.
The cryptids have that effect, it seems.
Why didn't Isgarin help protect us from the dragons? He was watching this whole time.
When was the last time you helped save a local farm from a group of bandits? Would you save them if, say, the champion of a dragon slept nearby? Would you go kill that instead? Isgarin is a complicated fellow, and that's not to excuse his poor choices. He's far from perfect. When he has a goal, he stays focused. And he's had the same one for a while.
Keeping Epark away?
Aye. Something happened between the two of them back in the era of magic, before the gods came. He's been so focused on keeping the cryptids out that he often neglected those inside. We're atoning for that mistake now. We've got Epark's lapdogs on Tyria's stoop.
I'd save the farm.
And Isgarin would mourn the loss. You're similar in some ways, but very different in others.
Letters. Oh, that's more stuff between Dagda and Sorrow.
The crypt has completely destroyed my workstation. Oh, what a mess. If you see any books or pages while you're looking around, can you bring them back to me? Navigational charts mostly, but also some personal stuff. So no reading, okay?
No promises. And I definitely wouldn't read them out loud to a stream or show them on stream.
Do you need any help, Urchik?
Oh, oh my. If the commander is offering, huh? Urchik needs to collect all of the misplaced artifacts. Could you come with Skrit to find them?
Anything you need.
Oh, there's just a whole bunch of stuff.
Still got cryptids crawling out of every cupboard. They're drawn to whatever pot of magic they can find. We happen to be drowning in magical conduits. I've asked the wizards time and time again to keep our more powerful objects in a safer location. If you see any more, get rid of them.
There is just a lot of stuff you can do in this story instance. Holy crap. See, this is what I was talking about, like, this part was gonna take a little bit of time. Oh hey, it's Livia.
Livia, is that you?
Oh, you. They'll let just about anyone in here, won't they?
You're in the Astral Ward? What happened to the Shining Blade?
I'm an honorary member. Didn't quite take to Wayfinder myself when Isgarin bestowed it on me. I am always a blade. We worked together over the years, Mabon and I. He loves Divinity's Reach, especially fond of the food. Before you ask, I have eyes. I know that Mabon is a Mersat. It was not an easy bond to make. We can chat more of that later.
I think Divinity's Reach is a little stuffy for my taste. But fair. It's nice to see another friendly face up here.
I wish I wasn't. I don't like being off the ground too long. But things are especially sinister. The Bastions, as you'll soon learn, are struggling to keep the Cryptis at bay. Something is stirring in the clouds. I can feel it, gently brushing my skin. Dagda and Lear will be aiding us on the front. I wouldn't mind seeing your face in that crowd either.
Not a bad scenery up here. You'll get used to the draft, though. I should have packed an extra shawl. What happened? So, what happened in Or? If you're asking whether or not I knew about Mabon, I did. But his existence did not change my path against Lazarus. In many ways, he was the last of those monsters. Mabon was not one of them. How long have you known Mabon then? A while. Isgarin helped me retrieve the scepter from a group of bandits 100 years back. Neither of us wanted it in the wrong hands. They hid Mabon's identity until they could trust me. So you knew, even at the reliquary. I did. I think back to that first interaction often, and I'm grateful he forgave me for things that were said, knives that were thrown. We both had to adjust to the situation. Didn't go too well? No. But I eventually listened. He is not like the others. He was just as afraid when Lazarus turned up alive. They knew of each other back when the little war between the Seers and Mersat started. They knew each other. Not my story to tell, but yes. The tale even predates myself by a few thousand years. Mabon learned from his mistakes, but there's a lot about Tyria we don't know. I wish we knew more of the Mersat. That's ominous, even for you. I don't think we have anything to worry about. Find solace in that. Lazarus is dead. The White Mantle are few and far between. And any more, well... they have no interest in Tyrian games. I have a lot to think about. Yeah, she popped up at the end of Living Story Season 3. She was a bit of a big reveal for anyone that was, like, into Guild Wars 1 lore. That's how far back she goes. And my Guild Wars 1 lore is a little bit hazy, because I barely played it. The most I played was probably Nightfall. I never really got out of Ascalon in the first Guild Wars. Which I should... I mean, it's not really... It's gonna be kind of painful to go back through an old MMO like Guild Wars 1. But all that information is available on the wiki, so the lore is there. Let's see if we can try to finish all the individual tasks. Let's see, balance. Balance goes all the way back here. Well, so she started getting into contact with Yuno around Pathfinder, Path of Fire's timeline. Can I at least... yeah, you're nice enough to let me have my mount out. Thank you. Here's one chart. There's 6 total. Kind of thinking back, like, it is a little bit sad that we never did get a... We no longer do the dungeon format. I mean, to be fair, like, they would have to do a lot of, like, streamlining for that. Because like the base game dungeons were a little bit, they could have been better, but I do know that they occasionally add new stuff into the Fractal of the Mist, which is pretty much endgame like dungeon content essentially. They're pretty short and sweet in comparison to what they were trying to do with like Twilight Arbor or Codicus's Mansion. Oh, what a comfy chair you have, Lear. Very comfy. If I fits, I sits. Yeah, so the wizards basically collect a lot of knickknacks and whatnot. Magical knickknacks. Well, hold on, let me put that on screen for just a little bit, and then take it away. I think the first time I did this section, like, it took me forever. Like, forever to really find everything and, like, figure out what I was doing. But I think I will take my easy time, since I already know where the keys are kinda are at. And how to get to them, because they kinda have a puzzle to them. Ooh, this looks nice. Oh, that's mine now. That's also mine. Where is the bucket? There is the bucket. Although I kind of wish that I didn't have to run back and put the key back in. Because that part is kind of like, I gotta backtrack all the way back here. Yeah, there's even a key right here as well. A lot of back and forth. But they really, I guess they did that intentionally to make it so that you really explore this place. Which is kind of nice. This place is kind of neat to explore. Which key do I have? Natural.
Lift with your legs.
Go here. Let's get the other one. That would be this one right here, and I remember brute forcing to get this one. Oh. Yeah, this one I remember having to brute force. I didn't quite get it. Let's see. Oh. Was it really all that simple? That's mine. And we're already halfway through the keys. Yay. Nothing back here. We haven't even explored the other side yet. There's one of the charts. Already got that. The bucket respawned here. How did it do that? Probably magic. My mount is too big for these doorways. Alright. We got this side. Oh yeah, there's Cryptus out here. We can beat their asses. Let's do that.
Kill them all.
As a treat, we will beat up these weird flesh creatures.
Buster.
Alright, that's most of them. Let me also check to make sure. Pretty sure they're gonna keep like this outside part empty. Oh, look at that. It showed, where the charts are at over there. That's great. Well, trying to weaponize portals. Right. Just need one more artifact and the rest of the keys. Oh, so they tried to like make a weather machine type of deal. Interesting. What have we got in here? Looks like a pretty simple guest quarters. Missile-based attack on Omnidus. They literally said, no, we don't want bombs. A barrier will do. We don't need explosions. Your requisition of the fireball spell has been denied. Here, have a wall of force instead. See, I just came through this way, I believe. I think. Here's one. Mysterious energy pulses with powerful magic unlike any you've seen before. Some sort of symbol is affixed to the wall with what looks to be text along the border of the seal, a riddle. Let's read the riddle. The text on the symbol reads, "When you have me, you want to share me. But when you share me, you no longer have me. What am I?" A secret. No? Oh, yes. Yay. I is smart. No charts in here. Which way did I come through? There's a couple Cryptus fights up ahead. Where is this one? Where are you? Are you down here? I'm confused. Oh, you're in here. Are you? Where are you? Are you in the walls? That's cheating. You can't be in the walls. How dare you? Alright, got all that. Now I just need to fight all the Cryptus. And find the rest of the keys. Oh, I am struggling. Hold on. Oh, come on. Just constantly bonking my head.
Kill them all!
I need no weapon. I just need my daggers and my fists. The one thing I do like about Daredevil, and unfortunately the elite special for Daredevil, the elite ability, is it's essentially just a very quick finisher move. It's really good in PvP. In my humble opinion. It's fun to use in PvP. It used to be like kind of used for PvE for like hard crowd control. Because the first hit with it knocks them down. The second hit uppercuts them. And then the third hit, if it was a player and it's a finishing move, it instantly kills them. Wrong way. Actually, I could probably slot that in, since Basilisk Venom is fine and all. But the thing with like using Basilisk Venom is that the Venoms now share. So the Basilisk Venom is hard CC for the first 2 hits. And it's supposed to daze them. Okay. So when you have like everybody grouped around and you pop the Venom, that means everybody gets like 2 rounds of hard crowd control, and that's pretty good. Whereas this, which is called finishing impact strike, that's a little bit more selfish, but it also, like in the long run, it's not particularly good crowd control in comparison. The thing to note is Venoms used to not be like shareable, like in general. You would have to take a trait for that back then, but now it's all shareable. And that's why you see me running on my Spectre, because I can share it with everybody, and I can just let them help me stack the condition damage. I think it was down here I saw this. Everyone loves wizards. There we go, and secret. Just need one more, but we still need to kill the Cryptus. And that's supposed to be Mabon's place.
Good work, Wayfinder.
Well, this I kind of read a while ago when I was exploring the Wizard's Tower. Built by the pack commander, never forget that Tyria has defenses of their own. We need not shoulder every burden. Well, that's one way to send a message. Yep. So these were past achievements. I think Samurag was from, I think, one of the raids? I might not. I haven't done any of the raids in a long time. I've only done like the first 3 wings, and even then I didn't do all the fights. Only those with the strongest of wills are rewarded with the key to their destiny. Examining the inscription in more detail, you see the word strongest of wills highlighted in light glow of energy. Something turns your stomach if you focus too long on them. Ugh, my brain! I can endure. I don't need to press 1. I'm a strong boy. It's only gonna take like little ticks of my health away. I'll be fine. See? I'm fine. I'm surprised there's no achievement for that. I'll scroll. Brood virus. Risky and morally gray at best. So basically, let the astral ward, let some of them get possessed in order to cause misinformation to the Cryptus. All right. Well then.
Maureen, if you could see this place.
Aureen, is that the prismatic dragon? Or whatever you people call her?
How did you... Yes, she is. One of my dearest companions.
She is not dead. And yet you mourn.
She's sleeping, and we're not sure when she's going to wake up. It could be 1,000 years.
That makes you sad. Not knowing.
Saddened that I don't know when our next meeting will be, but I don't think that was it. I'll see her again. I know it.
All right. Oh. When I'm ready. Well, let me finish this ad break real quick, and it's only gonna last like an extra 30 seconds. Yeah, getting this story part isn't so bad. They really wanted us to explore the living quarters of like each of the characters a little bit and get a little bit of lore and read up on them a little bit. We know Dagna had like a partner that they hold dear. And that's why she's always so grumpy. We know about, you know, Zoja going through being initiated into this place and like her complicated feelings that she had leading up to it. You know, with like after what happened in Heart of Thorns to her.
Good work, Commander. I appreciate your efficiency.
See?
With the astral translocator back up and running, we're ready to move.
I don't know what awaits us among the bastions, but we must move forward, Mabon or no.
With a Wayfinder on our side, it'll be a fun fight.
Who's the Wayfinder?
You.
That's me?
You have proven loyal enough for now.
I'm honored. You barely know me.
And you've still time to disappoint us.
Dagda.
Let us finish our preparations. We will retake the bastions and push for the spire.
Damn, Dagna just hates us. I don't think there was any other stuff. Wayfinder, I've been wanting to speak with you regarding the relics you helped Kerchik recover in the Wizard's Tower. Come find me in the lower level of the Wizard's Tower by the central staircase. We want to learn more about them and how they might be able to help you grow in power. Archivist Iker. Oh. Where might you be? By the way, this is the other half of the Wizard Tower, which is kind of like a player hub. Which is pretty neat. I guess after doing Echo Vault, they just decided like, yeah, let's do something like that for this expansion as well. And it just feels like a city in here too. Not as big as like the, you know, like the main game cities, but still like, you know, it just feels dense with people. Like, this isn't just for, like, you know, the main characters. There's the Astral Ward and, like, all these other wizards, too. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think I know where this is leading. This is to explain the relic system. Which is basically they took some of the runes, like, for, like, the armor, and they turned them into relics. And relics just give you a little bit of an extra edge. So, like, right now I have the Relic of the Thief, and basically, whenever I use a weapon skill, As a recharge or a resource cost, it can increase my damage. Which is pretty neat. It's a pretty neat system. They're not going to be very powerful because, well, then they have to compete with like the armor runes, I guess, and the sigils.
I can feel them. Your relics. The highest ranking archivist in the Astral Ward. I've been looking for a globetrotter like yourself. I'm happy to... Runes and sigils have always been a capstone of the magic ecosystem, granting power to charlatan and sorcerer alike. But their powers are quite dormant compared to our relics. I believe they are broken pieces of very old runes. Very, very old. When the dragon cycle ended, not only did the spire hiccup, no, many of our spells and magics reverted to an archaic state. These fascinating and magnificent objects included.
And here are some of the ones. You can buy them too, once you've earned them, but usually when you first earn them, that's like a freebie, but... Also, like, 500 research notes is pretty steep. I'm not gonna sugarcoat on that. That's pretty expensive for what they can do. Oh. Long mount. Okay. Oh, it's still even higher up.
Commander, over here.
I agree with Lear. I thought they'd be... taller.
What?
Hold your knife still. This is the Wayfinder?
Who?
I'm tall.
Oh, right. Still
I'm
getting
just
used
hunched
to that.
over.
This is Zizzle and Galrath, representatives from the Bastion of the Obscure and the Bastion of the Natural.
Think of the bastions like, the Asuran colleges, but subtract the fraternizing and studying and replace that with fieldwork.
We specialize in and observe the various magical ecosystems that sustain Tyria.
Maban was spotted in the Bastion of Knowledge. He was...
Not well, and unable to hold out much longer. Wayfinder, we will need your aid when we locate him.
What do you think he's doing?
hiding, for all our sakes.
While they continue to search, Rian could use you at the Bastions. You can go now.
I'll make my preparations and head out.
Now, what were we gossiping about?
Omnitas is something else. I wish you were seeing it in better circumstances. It's an academic stream, a hub of research and magic without judgment and nonsense bureaucracy. Oh yeah? I'm excited to see. If Rodasium lost a quarter of the ego and adopted Lear's ethical practices, the things they do, but now I'm rambling. Rode can fill you in on how the front lines are looking. Welcome, Wayfinder. Anything you needed from me? I'm fine, just getting to know everyone. Okay, thanks. I hear you've been doing a stunning job, Wayfinder. We needed a little more excitement up here. Glad to help. A lot of faces and names to internalize. Mine should be an easy one to remember, darling. And that's Zizzle as in sizzle. If you needed a hand. Thanks. How did you come across the ward anyway? As we all do, by complete happenstance. I'd always been a connoisseur of alchemical craft, so much that I accidentally neglected an attack party approaching my village. Thankfully, no one died. Oh my, sounds dangerous. I was banished from my kana Nonetheless, it proved just fine, as the Ward recruited me shortly thereafter. I'd set up shop near Ron's camp, and my potions are just too effective. They didn't hesitate. Sounds like you were a real boon to them. As are you. This place is a little less stuffy with another bow ideal to the mix. Oh, and don't let Galrith ruin the mood. He might sound sharp, but he's a puddle of affection when you crack that shell. Thanks, Sizzle. Amnitas is a scary place to be compromised. How much have you learned of it in your time here? I'd love to know more. Amnitas is, where to start? It's a hub of research. Each of the 6 bastions represent a different subset of Tyrian magic. Nature, the cosmos, balance, battle magic, knowledge, and the obscure. Fascinating. Each wizard runs one of these bastions, depending on their own prowess. Though quite a few of them have been without leadership for centuries, Isgarn doesn't often ascend anyone these days. Amnitas has a lot of history then. It's a place worth protecting. Under Cryptis attack, it's dangerous. Ancient relics, stored magic. We need to push back as hard as we can before they open the wrong door, or take out the Spire. The Spire being Isgarn's barrier between us and the Mists? Yes. We may be able to repair any damage done, but there is no rebuilding it, especially not if we lose Isgarn too. We're holding the line at the Bastion of Strength. I'd better make my way up there then. Whoop! Right in. Well, hey, at least we're getting a glimpse of Amnitas before we wrap up this arc. Or this act.
Supplies are dismal.
Oh, come on. I just got here. But yeah, as you can see, this map is a little bit more organized than the archipelago. That's not it.
Looks valuable.
Actually, it only gives 1 stack of venom. That's right. Well, I think there's a trait that lets you add more venom. That's right, yeah, because I have that trait on my Spectre.
Wayfinder. The rifts you're sealing are enabling Zizzle to pick up on stronger astral frequencies. It's helpful.
I'm seeing very dense clouds of consciousness, emotions, swirling. But they're getting darker.
Keep it up. We'll find the bond in no time at this rate.
Just gotta do it 3 more times. I think that puts it over here? Maybe? Maybe.
Use some help. Any takers?
Well, I'm getting close.
Looks valuable.
Two more times. That seems pretty close. Ish? Close-ish? Yeah, that's pretty close. I'm pretty grateful for that.
Demons incoming! Oh, that had to hurt. I make a pretty good team.
A brilliant Denver.
Buster.
We've almost got him. Just a few more.
Do not lose your grip, Sizzle. Root yourself.
And one more. That one's pretty straightforward. That's gonna be over here. I think. This. Oh, I see. Oh, that's part of a collection. Okay.
endurance drained.
Thank you. Refreshing.
Kill them all.
Wait, Commander, we found him.
Is everything okay? Soldier, take a breath.
It's not okay. I don't approve of what they're doing to him. We'll meet you outside before we head in.
That didn't sound good.
Oh, well, you know, I'm actually near that place. So my backpack is getting full.
You can never have too much treasure.
Okay, let's find our way to the next part, and then after that, we'll call it quits for the night.
Apple spoke of this place like a kingdom. It's...
Patha,
What?
I can see you.
You can... What? You must be getting closer to him.
Damn it.
Oh.
So, we've located him. How bad?
Maban isn't well.
I don't know if he's...
With us. Mabon's this way.
There he is.
There they are, too.
No! Out of my way!
Forward!
Ouch.
You can't keep a good chart down.
Yeah, Act 2 definitely feels like it's dragged on for way too long. And it's definitely because of like the more... Like, I'll share my opinions once we finish this instance and whatnot. Because I've got some... Oh boy, do I got some.
Need some help.
Cool. Thanks for taking the AoE and bringing it over to me.
Thanks.
Cool. Very awesome.
Does anyone see Zojja?
Armored. Zojja, where are you?
Wayfinder, get to Zojja's side. We will keep the rest away.
Can't keep a good chart down. Reinforcements requested.
This is so much. This is a lot of AoE. And the thing is, I could burst them down and just keep running out of initiative. Oh, my leg!
Can't keep a good eye on energy.
Yeah, the elites are not helping with this.
Ready for action.
Where is the... Are they just gonna like infinitely spawn?
Oh, that had to hurt.
I guess so. That's weird. This seems a bit much. This definitely seems a bit much. Why are they like continuously spawning? Is it because of the elite? There, the elite's gone. Do I go here? There we go. Why would it ask me to like fight all that? I would assume you would have to fight all through that, but I guess you could just run past it.
Zoja, get a hold of yourself. We need to fight.
The world is downright cruel to anyone who gives a damn! He gave me a home when mine forgot about me!
Doja, I need you up. Now get me up.
Too strong.
Doja, don't let me don't let me down.
I'm wounded.
Doja, no.
He saw me! Me! Not just trophies and awards. Me! No! Away!
You did not die in that place. You have a home.
Hey.
Be taken by the flow. I'll send word to the tower. Zizzle?
How is she?
Heartbroken.
You should have seen them when times were less severe. Her flame was ill-tended when she first arrived, barely visible. But he helped tend to that flame once again, gave her the tools that she needed to keep it lit. She reminds me so much of him. Pardon. What are you thinking, little light? Do you know how proud Mabon was of you? How special you were to him?
And then he died.
But our memory of him didn't, nor did everything he taught you.
He took me in when the rest of the world forgot. I had so much more to learn from him.
You will only continue to grow, Zoja. But you have to choose that path. Mabon saw a spark in you, as he saw the stars in me. Tend to that flame, kindle it. Your future could be with us.
With you? I need to sit.
She'll be all right. She just needs to reflect. You should too. I know you didn't know him for very long, but I think you can see what he meant to us. Especially her.
His callowness clings to the air. I feel the warmth of his breath collecting on your skin. Disgusting. The dolt follows Epoch without a thought.
Who are you
Thank
talking
you for standing with Zosha. I'm sure that battle
Oh,
will
I
stay
thought
with
she
her
was
until
done.
she chooses to cross.
Her future being with you. What did you mean by that?
Zosha has amazing magical ability. When she arrived, it was untested. She'd spent so long focusing on her technological studies that she neglected the well of power at her feet. But she also knows much of the modern marvels that many of us do not comprehend. She is special.
You want her to join the wizard's court?
That will be Zosha's choice.
All right. Well then.
Give me a hand with some spellcrafting.
Let's go back to the tower.
Does it really call for a 5-to-1 ratio?
And we'll call it quits for the night there. My goodness. I did not expect... I mean, I kind of, you know, anticipated, like, oh yeah, there's gonna be some green bar shenanigans and whatnot, but, like, I didn't expect, like, in the beginning that I'd be taking, like, a good chunk of, like, stream time grinding events to fill the bar. Like, that was awful. That part was awful. The Rift Hunts, you know, that stuff could stay, because that makes sense. It stays in, you know, theme with that. With, like, the expansion and whatnot. But to say you gotta do these events, or you have to do the meta event, which only happens, like, once every couple hours, like, that's asking a bit much. Like, that's definitely padding right there, and that's not forgivable. That was not forgivable in my book. You can do better. Come on. Looking also, like, at how the arcs are, like, kind of, or the acts rather, are kind of sectioned off. Act 2 definitely felt like it dragged on the most because of the padding. Granted, I did go find everything in the Wizard's Tower. I mean, that's fine. Like, that's a story instance. That's good. There's stuff to talk about there. The grinding part, not so much. Like, that was just needless. And I get it that they're trying to, like, play their strengths of, like, with the open world and whatnot. But, like, I feel like that they're doing about it wrong. At least, you know, make those parts a little bit more, like, quicker to go through. Like, doing five events would have been fine. That would have been perfectly fine. But they were asking a lot for that part. But I do appreciate everybody, like, sticking around to, you know, see the story and whatnot. I think the story is pretty good. I think it's getting interesting. We're seeing where Zosha might actually be heading towards. And seeing where her arc is probably gonna, like, wrap up and whatnot. You know, give her the long due story that she deserved after being kind of written out after, like, Heart of Thorns and whatnot. So, thank you all for stopping by. We'll do more Wednesday. And I hope to see you then.